What do you get when loyalty meets lies, love meets law enforcement, and a decades-long street alliance goes up in flames? A crying Chrissy on her knees in the middle of Harlem while Jim Jones gets cuffed like a guest star on Power. That's right, the internet is in meltdown mode, and this isn't some love and hip-hop rerun. This is real betrayal, caught on camera, spliced like a Netflix doc, and dropped on the dirtiest burner account of the decade. Camron's family didn't just spill the tea. They backed up a whole tanker truck and drenched the timeline. We're talking deleted texts, hotel security footage, and a suspicious offshore account that popped up 2 days before Jim hit the floor in cuffs. Coincidence? Yeah, and Chrissy's just crying because she lost her lip gloss. But here's the kicker, the voice in the leak. Not Jim's. Someone way too close to Chrissy. And now the streets are whispering. Was she in on it? Or just the last to know? Stay right here, because we're about to break down the biggest betrayal Harlem's seen since Dipset split, and trust us, this story's got receipts, regrets, and a whole lot of rage. So you thought Chrissy was the ride-or-die queen of Harlem, huh? The loyal queenpin who stood by Jim Jones through the highs, the lows, and the record label disasters. Well, buckle up, because today, sis ain't riding, she's crawling. And not metaphorically, we're talking full breakdown. On her knees, in the middle of traffic, crying so hard paramedics had to pull her off the sidewalk. Why? Because Jim Jones just got arrested. In broad daylight, hauled out of his studio like a scene straight out of Law and Order, Harlem Division. And here's where it gets spicy, the person behind the fall. Allegedly, not the cops. Not the feds, not even the media, it's Camron's people. Yeah, that Camron, Purple Haze, diplomats, Jim's ex-bestie, turned silent op. And they didn't just leak a clip. Oh no, they dropped an entire documentary-style expose on a burner account that's already racked up over 2 million views in 8 hours. We're talking voice notes, deleted DMIs, hotel surveillance footage, burner phones, secret cash transfers, and a suspicious offshore account opened by Chrissy 48 hours before the arrest. And here's where your jaw's gonna hit the floor. The voice in one of the most damning recordings, not Jim's, but someone way too close to Chrissy, casually discussing a setup and how she don't even know what's coming. So naturally, the internet did what it does best, explode. Black. Twitter lit up like the 4th of July, TikTok's already got 12 conspiracy threads, and Reddit. They got a whole PowerPoint presentation breaking down the timeline like it's the Zapruder film. But let's rewind the drama, shall we? This isn't the first time Chrissy and Jim's relationship has been under a microscope. Let's not act like this is new territory. We've seen the yelling, the crying, the proposal that turned into a meme, and the I'm done that always came with a but I love him. But this isn't reality TV mess. This is federal case mess. And the betrayal is layered like a 5-tier cake from a ratchet wedding. According to sources, yeah, those anonymous, possibly made-up insiders we love so much, Camron's cousin, a former private security contractor, has been keeping tabs on Chrissy for months. Why? Because rumor has it she was getting too close to the truth, the kind of truth people don't want aired on Instagram Live. And let's talk about that. Surveillance footage, leaked just moments after Jim's arrest. It shows him handing a mysterious envelope to a hooded figure on the rooftop of a Manhattan lounge. No audio, just cold, silent visuals, the kind you only see when something bad is about to happen. Then cut to Chrissy, stepping out of a black SUV, 5 minutes later, looking shook, scanning the block like she knows something's off. Then boom, FBI jackets, sirens, cuffs, and Camron's cousin, who, by the way, posted the video to the burner account with zero context, drops this caption. She knew, she led him there. Y'all just watching the edited version. Excuse me, she knew, she led him there. Is this a Netflix original or a hood conspiracy thriller? Either way, we're eating it up. And then came the real nuclear bomb, a handwritten letter, allegedly from Camron's aunt. Remember her? The same one who almost fought Chrissy at that bet event back in the early 2000s. Yeah, her. She sends the letter to a gossip blog, and it's a read for the ages. One line stands out. Chrissy always knew Jim wasn't built for the streets. She's been playing cleanup crew for years, but now, she's playing survival. And baby, the internet went feral. One tweet read, "So she's not ride or die. She's ride or..." Another said, "Cried so hard she couldn't breathe. That ain't love. That's guilt." But wait, there's more. Just as the scandal was boiling, Financial receipts started surfacing. You ready? An anonymous tipster, probably someone's cousin, who once worked at Bank of America, posted a screenshot showing Chrissy opening an account in the Cayman Islands. Deposit amount, $250,000. Date, 2 days before Jim's arrest. Source, a shell company tied to guess who? Camron's uncle. Now, either Chrissy just got really good at crypto overnight, or someone's getting paid to play both sides. And people are not having it. One viral comment said, "She traded loyalty for a Louis bag and a payout." Another said, "This ain't love and hip-hop, it's lies and handcuffs." Even Mona Scott, the queen of messy edits, low-key threw shade. She posted a black screen on IG with the text, "Silence screams the truth louder than a confession." Coincidence? I think not. Let's not forget the burner account that started all this. It just posted again, this time with a new clip, a voice, clearly male, clearly familiar, saying, she thinks she's protecting him, but she's protecting the wrong one. The comment section. Chaos. Half the people are screaming, Chrissy was used. The other half, she been dirty, Jim just didn't see it. And Jim, word on the cell block is he's not talking to anyone. No interviews. No statements. And most shockingly, he's ghosting Chrissy. The same woman who held him down through industry flops, diss tracks, and lawsuits. Now can't get a phone call accepted from lockup. Cold. But it gets colder. Because according to another source, let's call her auntie with the receipts, Chrissy's not just spiraling emotionally, she's being followed, intimidated, watched, not by fans or paps, but by a private surveillance unit, allegedly hired by Camron's cousin to make sure Chrissy doesn't flip the script. What script? Whose script? And what's she not supposed to say? Those are the million-dollar questions. And baby, if Chrissy ever decides to spill, we're gonna need popcorn, a security detail, and Jesus himself. So now Chrissy's not just crying in public, she's practically in hiding. Sources say she's been spotted in oversized hoodies, dark sunglasses at night, ducking into churches, and pacing gas station parking lots like she's waiting for someone to show up or disappear. And if you think it's just internet rumors driving her over the edge, think again. Because now the lawyers are involved. Yep, real ones, not love and hip-hop reunion mediators. Chrissy was seen entering a high-profile defense attorney's office in Lower Manhattan. Paparazzi caught a glimpse, and she looked like someone carrying the weight of a federal indictment on her shoulders. Inside, though, that's where things really popped off. According to an inside source, aka someone who overheard through the HVAC vent, Chrissy was told point blank, Camron's family has been building a case against Jim for months. This ain't no clout war. This is chess. And you're the queen there trying to flip. Let that sink in. The leaks, the burner videos, the anonymous text messages sent to gossip pages. Strategic, targeted, intentional. And Chrissy was right in the middle, either as bait, a pawn, or worse, a silent partner. And just when you think things couldn't spiral any harder, boom, another leak. But this one wasn't just shady. It was devastating. We're talking full audio of a private conversation between Jim and someone from his inner circle. The voice is unmistakable, the tone panicked, and the message bone-chilling. Chrissy thinks she knows everything, but if she ever finds out what I did to protect her, I did to protect her. Protect her from what, Jim? Protect her from who? The audio cuts off. No context. But that 8-second clip, enough to send the internet into a full-on frenzy. Twitter started stitching together wild theories faster than FBI agents on overtime. One tweet summed it up perfectly. Y'all realize this ain't a breakup, it's a setup. Jim was playing hero, Chrissy was the trap, and Camron's family directed the whole damn movie. Meanwhile, Chrissy's cousin, let's call her Tasha with the T, decided to throw gasoline on the fire. She hopped on IG Live and said, Chrissy never knew half the stuff Jim was into. She was trying to get out before she got dragged under. And now, she drowning in drama she ain't even start. And let's not ignore the growing whispers of a financial cover-up. Because according to leaked documents, which may or may not be just high-quality Photoshop, Chrissy signed over her stake in a shared business venture a week before the arrest, valued at $1.2 million. Why? The speculation machine says this was either hush money, blackmail insurance, or a quiet divorce settlement in disguise. But no matter the theory, the result's the same. Chrissy is being isolated, financially, cut off, and publicly humiliated, and Jim, he's not making it any easier. Multiple insiders from Rikers Yes, even jail got leaks now, claim that Jim's not only refusing to talk to Chrissy, he's telling his people she betrayed him. Let that marinate. The woman who stood by him through court dates, industry shade, and Mona Scott's evil editing now being painted as a double agent. Y'all, this is betrayal on Beyoncé's Lemonade levels, and just when we thought we'd reached peak chaos. Enter Camron's sister, out of the blue. She posts a black and white photo of Chrissy and Jim from their early days. Caption: "You knew better." Just 3 words. But the comment section, a war zone. Some folks siding with Chrissy, she didn't know. They used her. Others, nah, she's been in this game too long to play dumb now. And then came the leak that no one was ready for. A heavily edited video trailer posted to the same burner account, formatted like a Netflix docuseries teaser, complete with ominous background music and glitchy transitions. It's titled, "The Fall of a King." Jim Jones unmasked, and in this masterpiece of chaos, we see Jim passing that now infamous envelope Chrissy, entering the hotel minutes later Camron, in a shadowy room watching a screen FBI. Agents closing in a freeze frame on Chrissy's face with the text. Was she protecting him? Or leading him to his downfall? And guess what? It ends with a quote on screen. "The truth always finds its way out, but sometimes it wears her face." I mean, who is producing this? Shonda Rhimes? Tyler Perry? Someone hand this burner account an Emmy already, but real talk, it worked. Because now Chrissy's public image has gone from strong Harlem ride or die to possible queen pin with a tearful alibi. And according to one source in the legal world, again, probably someone's auntie, who watched one season of Suits, there's chatter of a potential indictment. Yep, Chrissy might be getting charged, not for the leaked footage, not for the burner accounts, but for obstruction and financial concealment. Allegedly, she moved large amounts of cash during a time frame that now falls under federal investigation, and her lawyer, he ain't denying it. Just keeps saying, she's cooperating fully, which in Fedspeak often means, she's flipping or she's next. Meanwhile, fans have gone full detective mode. Reddit users created an entire timeline infographic with color codes, pins, and a theory that involves Jim's 2021 label meeting Chrissy's trip to Turks and Caicos and Camron's accidental IG live that showed a whiteboard with Jim's name underlined twice. Coincidence? Not in this universe. Chrissy, for her part, has gone silent. No posts, no comments, no statements. Just one blurry story of her holding a rosary captioned, "God knows my heart." But Twitter didn't let that slide. One user replied, "Girl, God might know, but we don't drop the receipts or lawyer up." Meanwhile, Camron's cousin AK, a surveillance, Sammy, allegedly hired a third-party firm to scrub certain videos off the internet, but not before one final clip leaked. And this one's a game-changer. It shows a backroom meeting, Loris, grainy, like a scene from a spy movie. 2 men. One is believed to be a former label exec, the other, Jim's longtime associate, but in the corner, barely visible. Chrissy, not talking, not plotting, just there, silent, observing. And that's what's got everyone shook, because if she was there, did she know? Was she complicit? Was she the bait? The streets want answers, the courts want answers, and most of all, the internet wants blood. So Chrissy's face shows up in the corner of that backroom surveillance footage, quiet, barely noticeable but definitely there. And that changes everything, because now, the question isn't just what does she know, it's how long has she known it. The silence, suddenly suspicious. The tears, looking more strategic than sincere. And now the narrative has flipped like a VH1 reunion table. Was Chrissy always in on it? Or is she the final player being played? Now buckle up, because here comes the confrontation no one saw coming. In the dead of night, behind the scenes, with her life falling apart in real time, Chrissy does the one thing every lawyer told her not to do. She calls Camron. That's right, not her lawyer, not her mama. Camron, the man whose family is allegedly behind the viral leaks, the surveillance, and the digital takedown of her entire relationship. She dials. He answers. And the call. Chills. Chrissy's voice starts off shaky, but firm. "I know what you've been doing, the videos, the leaks. You've been setting this up." And Camron, smooth as ever, cold, calculated, he replies, "Chrissy, you've always been smart, but you were never in control. You thought this was about Jim. Nah, it was always about you." "Excuse me, sir, what?" "She's the target now." Camron goes on. "You're the piece that didn't fit. You held him back. You kept him from doing what had to be done. We gave you a chance to walk away. You stayed. That's on you. That's when Chrissy snaps. You're destroying his life. For what? Some old beef. And then Cam drops the final blow. This isn't beef. This is business. And your man was playing both sides. Now he's paying the price. The call ends. And just like that, everything changes. Now Chrissy's not crying. She's plotting. Because for the first time since this disaster started, she realizes she was never collateral damage. She was the real leverage. And boom. Plot twist incoming. Chrissy starts digging. Not into Jim, into Camron's family. Turns out, they've got more skeletons than a Halloween warehouse. Shell companies, dummy corporations, an entire shadow network of business fronts, hush money, trails, and charities that are suspiciously good at disappearing funds. And remember that burner account that leaked everything? It's registered to a VPN in Romania, but the IP pings back to a location in Brooklyn. And guess who owns the building? Camron's uncle. Bingo. Chrissy walks straight into her lawyer's office with a manila folder stacked like a mob indictment, and her lawyer. For the first time in weeks, he smiles. You've just flipped the script, he says, because Chrissy's found the truth buried under all the noise. Jim may be guilty, but Camron's family orchestrated the takedown. And now, it's her turn to leak. Fast forward 24 hours, a new video hits the internet, but this time, it's from Chrissy. A raw, unedited, black and white confession video. No makeup, no glam, no background music, just her looking directly into the camera. They tried to break me, but I've got the receipts. She lays it all out. How Camron's cousin tailed her, how the audio clips were edited, how the leaked footage was filmed months earlier and spliced together to look recent, how money was funneled through offshore accounts to frame her and Jim for a crime that benefited one group, Camron's inner circle. And then she ends it with a nuclear line. If I go down, I'm taking every last one of you with me, double quotes. Woo. Twitter. Meltdown. Instagram. Flooded. Reddit. Opened a whole new subthread, titled #Chrissy, the truth teller, and for the first time since Jim's arrest, public opinion flips. Suddenly, Chrissy's not a snitch. She's a survivor. Not a pawn, but a queen who just slapped the board off the table. But the story doesn't stop there, because with Chrissy's confession came the real receipts. Emails, timestamps, fake invoices, even a recorded phone call between Camron's uncle and a consultant, where they casually mention clearing the board before the feds get smart. That's all the DA needed. The very next day, Camron's cousin is arrested on charges of witness intimidation, financial fraud, and obstruction. And now, the feds want Cam *Ron. Boom boom boom. The dominoes are falling. But here's the poetic twist. Jim, still behind bars, finds out everything through the news, and the one person he swore had turned on him is the only person who just saved him. Word from inside says Jim finally accepted a call from Chrissy. What did they talk about? We don't know. But one leaked note from a jail guard says, he cried. She didn't. Now let's zoom out. What started as a suspicious arrest, turned into a media takedown, evolved into a betrayal saga, and is now becoming a full-blown RICO-style investigation. And Chrissy, from meme material to Harlem heroine in 3 weeks flat. But don't think this is over. Because Camron's people, they're already whispering about retaliation, and one anonymous burner account posted this cryptic threat. When queens move like pawns, they don't last long on the board. So what's next? Does Chrissy testify? Does Jim get released? Will Camron speak out or disappear into the shadows? And who else is going down with this sinking ship? One thing's for sure. This story has flipped the internet upside down. And now we leave it to you. The real jury. Is Chrissy a victim of Harlem's darkest setup? Or did she play everyone and just happen to win? Was Camron cleaning house? Or just jealous of Jim's? Come up. And what about Jim? Is he really a puppet in all this? Or the puppet master who finally lost control? Drop your hottest take in the comments. We're reading everything. Hit that like if this saga's more twisted than any reality TV you've ever seen. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that notification bell, because if you think this was wild, oh baby, the real secrets, they haven't even leaked yet. This is Spillbuzz, bringing you the drama they don't want you to see. Stay woke, stay messy, and we'll see you in the next Expose.